What is up everyone, and welcome back to another reaction video. Today we are taking our first look at the official teaser for Power Force Season 3, the final season of this series. I am so excited. I love the series at the moment and I love the Power franchise in general. I've watched every show and I'm up to date with pretty much everything other than the most recent season of Raising Kanan, I believe. I don't think I've seen that yet, but I'm a massive Power lover, and in particular I'm a massive lover of Tommy Egan and his own individual series. I was so happy that he got one after the original Power did so well, and I love his character arc and the journey that he's been on. I love the characters in this show and I can't wait to check out this teaser, especially with the recent rumors of the new series in development potentially starring Tommy Egan, but we'll talk about that towards the end of this teaser reaction. I'm really looking forward to where this goes and what happened to Maria, if Tommy's going to get her back, if he's going to become the King of Chicago, or if he's going to get out by the end of the season. We just don't know, and if a mystery character may show up as well, but I don't want to say who until we get to the end and have a little discussion. But without further ado guys, let's jump into this little teaser because I can't wait to check it out and I'm sure you can't either. So let's do this. I hope you enjoy, and here we go. Here we go. Tommy looks pissed.
Yeah, I am.
Oh!
This some real El Chapo.
A man's ball's about to get blown. Oh, Maria! Miguel?
Time for a little lesson in flight.
Oh shit! You threw someone off a roof! Damn! Okay, that was a very short teaser. We got quite a few little snapshots there of our main characters, so only glimpses. We don't really know what, but we get to speculate, of course. So what do we think is going to happen? Obviously, I believe we're going to be going into Tommy waging war on Miguel and trying to find Maria after she was taken at the end of season 2, with those two arranging to get away together and Miguel finding out. I don't believe Tommy is going to be taking no for an answer, so I hope he tears apart Miguel and his crew to get to Maria, and I really hope he gets a happy ending, to be honest, because I'd like to see Tommy end up happy with somebody, especially with all of the horrible heartache and the strainful relationships that he's had throughout the previous seasons and previous shows that we've seen him in, and all the pain that he's gone through. It'd be nice to see him get a little bit of a happy or nice ending, if you will. Whether that happens or not, we'll have to wait and see, because I can't say I guarantee that's what's going to happen, because we are talking about Power at the end of the day, and Power doesn't tend to be happy. But you never know, it's possible, right? Tommy and Maria could become the king and the queen of Chicago by the end. Possible. I don't know if that's going to happen though. But we got to see a little bit more of Diamond as well. At least Tommy and Diamond are going to be working together still. So it looks like Diamond to be helping Tommy wage this war, I assume. Jannard and Shanti were in the trailer briefly, and I'm sure they're going to be up to their old tricks trying to get Tommy out, because they do not like him and they do not want him. They want to run things, from what I can remember anyway. It looked like Vic was in the trailer as well, getting drowned and water gagged by somebody. So it'd be interesting to see who. Probably Tommy, after what they found out at the end of the previous season. With him being a rat. So there's certainly a possibility there. I wonder if we're going to see Claudia this season, because obviously her fate was left a bit ambiguous. With she could very well be dead. We saw her get stabbed in prison, but we didn't see her die. So she could very well come back, and that wouldn't surprise me either. I'd like to see her again, because I quite like the character, but I don't know how we bring her back. So I'd only want to see it if they could do it in a way that really suits the story, rather than just bringing her back for the sake of the shock factor. If that's the case, then I'd rather her stay dead and her arc be over. But if they can find a cool way to bring her back, I'd be all for it. It looked like Miguel was getting choked out by somebody. I wonder if that'd be Tommy, or could it be a completely different gang or completely different set of people gunning for Miguel. We also saw Maria pull 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 a hang-gun on somebody. So I wonder who that could be. Maybe she managed to make her way out or managed to get away from Miguel and his goons, because I'm sure he's just trying to keep her on lockdown. But I can't imagine she's happy about it either. So I'm really interested to see that. That's pretty much everything I saw in the trailer. But now we get to discuss some of the other things I wanted to talk about, because there was obviously, if you guys are up to date with the Power universe and you watched Power Ghost, it had a post-credit scene of Tariq ringing or being rang by somebody, answering the phone and implying that they're going to go to war, go to battle of some sort over something, and we don't know who that mystery person is, and we didn't know who could ring him, but a lot of people speculated, and I was one of those people. Who could it be? I think it could have been Uncle Tommy, with how they managed to sort of not rebuild, but managed to rekindle their relationship, so say, towards the end of Ghost and become mutual again. I definitely think it's a possibility, especially with how much Tariq has grown as well into the game and finally taken on the name Ghost at the end of Power Ghost. Could he come to Chicago and help Tommy out? And could we see Tariq in the final season of this? And how could that potentially shift into what comes after this show as well? Because if you guys have heard about this potentially, if you're up to date with everything, I saw it not too long ago myself, but there is early development of a Power spin-off after this starring Tariq and Tommy, which is something a lot of fans have wanted to see for a long time, me especially. I would love to see those two working together and have their own series around each other. That would just be amazing. And the amount of characters that you could bring into that show now as well, because you've had two spin-offs dedicated to those two individually. There's so many cool characters you could bring into it. Like, I'd love to see Kane come back. I want to see Braden come back. Effie. Method Man in particular. Fuck. Oh, Davis McLean was amazing. Like, he should be their lawyer if they do this spin-off. You could bring Maria from this show. You could have Diamond show up every once in a while if he doesn't die. D-Mac would be a really cool one. JP. Tommy's mum. Like, there's so many cool characters that we can just entwine, and I just think it would be a really, really good idea. So, like, you could bring Tariq into this war towards the end to help Tommy boost up. He could bring in some old links from Tommy. Like, imagine him bringing in somebody like 2-Bit, because Tariq knows 2-Bit. They have a type of relationship in a way. It's not a good one, but maybe if Tommy made Tariq get in touch with 2-Bit, 2-Bit would be a little bit better. You just don't know. Like, there's so many possibilities. It just really, really excites me. I can't wait to check it out, and it comes this fall. And I'm sure you guys can't wait to check it out either. But I think this is going to be it now, guys. I think I've covered everything that I needed to talk about, even though there's so many more things I could talk about. If I had all the time in the world, I would love to discuss this all with you. But I think this is where we're going to leave it. So let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What did you think about these snapshots? Because it really was hard to tell what was going on. But it looks fun, and it looks fiery, and it looks like it's going to be action-packed, to say the least. So and what are your predictions for the season? I'd love to hear that. What do you think is going to happen? Where do you think Tommy's going to end up? Do you think Tariq is going to come into the final season to make way for their new show together? It's all a possibility, or at the very least, if they don't get that show, to pay off the post-credit scene that Tariq had in Ghost. It would just be really, really cool to see him again, even if it's only one more time, but I'm sure they'll get a series together. I really, really think it's going to happen. This is where we're going to leave it now, guys, so I hope you all enjoyed. Let me know your opinions down below. I appreciate all your support, I really do. Take care, everyone, and I will catch you all in the next one.